The flickering candlelight casts long shadows on the walls of an ancient church. Incense hangs heavy in the air, a fragrant shroud against the encroaching darkness. At the altar stands a priest, a solitary figure cloaked in vestments that speak of both sanctity and sacrifice. He is a beacon of faith, a shepherd guiding his flock through the valley of darkness. But in the realm of horror, he is also a prime target, a lightning rod for the forces of evil that lurk just beyond the veil of reality. The horror genre has long been captivated by the figure of the priest. He is a walking paradox, a symbol of both immense power and startling vulnerability. Cinematic history is littered with iconic portrayals of these men of the cloth, grappling with the unspeakable, their faith tested in the crucible of fear. From Father Merrin's desperate battle against Pazuzu in The Exorcist, to Father Damien's struggle against the demonic legacy of The Omen, priests in horror films occupy a unique and terrifying space. Why this fascination with the priest as a central figure in horror? Perhaps it stems from our innate understanding of the battle between good and evil that rages within us all. The priest, by virtue of his vocation, stands directly on this fault line. He is a warrior of the spirit, armed with faith and prayer, confronting the darkest impulses of humanity and the supernatural realm. And it is precisely this proximity to darkness that makes him such a compelling and terrifying character in the horror genre. The priest's vulnerability is often amplified in horror films. He is not a superhero, impervious to fear or doubt. He bleeds, he questions, he grapples with the same existential dread that grips us all when confronted with the unknown. This vulnerability resonates deeply with audiences. It humanizes the priest, making him relatable even in the face of unimaginable horrors. There is a raw psychological power in witnessing a priest struggle with his faith. When the very foundations of belief are shaken, what remains? Horror films often explore this terrifying question, forcing both the priest and the audience to confront the possibility of a world without God, a world ruled by chaos and darkness. Nowhere is the priest's dual nature, his strength and vulnerability, his faith and fear, more evident than in the subgenre of exorcism films. These films, often brutal and psychologically disturbing, plunge us into the very heart of demonic possession, where the priest becomes a soldier on the front lines of a spiritual war. The exorcism ritual itself is transformed into a visceral, terrifying spectacle. The priest, armed with holy water, crucifix, and Latin incantations, engages in a battle of wills against an unseen enemy that can twist the flesh, violate the mind, and corrupt the soul. The tension in these scenes is almost unbearable, a potent cocktail of religious dread and psychological terror. The image of the priest battling against the forces of darkness has become a staple of the horror genre. It is a testament to the enduring power of these stories, their ability to tap into our deepest fears and anxieties about the unknown. The priest in horror is a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable evil, faith, however fragile, can offer a glimmer of hope. What are your most memorable moments of